Morning, Raptor Freak Alexiazzi. What's up, Rahul? Good to see you this morning. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for Raptor Freak Trivia. And because of all the hullabaloo about Kevin Durant and a possible trade with him and all the stuff that's been going on, the trivia today is going to be centered around Raptors trades in the history of the franchise. But first, as always, for the first 10 minutes or so, we'll just do news and notes, things that are happening, stuff like that. Team Canada played against Virgin Islands yesterday and absolutely mopped the floor with them. SGA, once again, the dominant player out there. He has like 56 points and 2 games for Team Canada in the last weekend. And just fantastic stuff. They are undefeated in their qualifying round, and they've already gotten to the next round, and they play again in August. So be ready for more Team Canada action in August. And starting today in Toronto at Maple Leaf Gardens is the Global Jam. So if you're in Toronto and you want to see some good international younger basketball, go to the Maple Leaf Gardens and see some games. It's affordable, and you get to see women's basketball and men's basketball. And it's going to be a great tournament starting today. It's going to end sometime this weekend. So lots of opportunities to go see some basketball in Toronto this week. So go check it out. Yeah. All right. So G's saying he doesn't know if he's going to be able to play as much because his work schedule has changed. I've heard different things from different people like Raymond Jacob and G in the last year about not being able to show up at different times. And they always seem to find a way. So we'll have to see what happens. Tom Duke is telling him that he's the GOAT. And we know you're the GOAT, G. And that practice jersey with JYD's signature on it is coming your way very soon. In fact, if it wasn't raining today, I might have brought it over today. All right, let's see. Rahul's saying Gary's friend is trolling all Raps fans. Seems like Nets are pushing to get Barnes in the deal. Yeah. Tom Duke's saying August 25th in Victoria. Whoop, my hometown. Oh, yeah. So they're going to be playing out there, Team Canada, for the next round. That's fantastic, Tom. I hope maybe you can attend. That would be awesome. Yeah, Rahul, you might be right. I don't know what King Bolton is doing with this whole thing, and I don't know what's going on with Gary and stuff like that. I do know that Scottie Barnes was on Twitch again yesterday for 2 or 3 hours, and it was just fun. It was in the middle of the day. Once again, he was opening packs, which is always fun when he opens up new packs on NBA 2K, which means he gets new players revealed, and you see his reaction to different players when he opens the pack. He's like, "Oh, Shaq, cool, Shaq. Oh, Pascal Siakam," because he did. He got a new Pascal Siakam card yesterday. And at one point during the stream, Scotty went on about Siakam for about 5 minutes and about why he is so great. Like Scotty went into detail about guarding Siakam's spin move in practice yesterday. He's saying that you guys see it on TV, but you don't understand how quick it is. You don't understand how unstoppable Pascal Siakam is. And he's saying this is a serious thing. He called it an OP move, which I'm not sure what OP means, but he said it's an OP move. And that this is the thing, like, it was crazy how he is just going on and on about Siakam and his spin move and how unstoppable it is. So cool to hear Scottie Barnes complimenting and talking big about other Raptors on the team. And he got a Gary card too. At one point, he's like, "Scary Gary." He's all like into talking about Gary too. So I don't know what's going on. If King Bolton is trolling us, what's going on with Gary Trent with his own post with what it was trying to say and stuff like that? We don't know. All I know is there's a couple of things that have been said by the media recently that's making me think this thing's not going to go away anytime soon. That I was hoping that something with Kevin Durant would be announced by Wednesday, like sometime in the next 2 days or so. But some sources are saying that the Nets are nowhere near getting a real deal that makes sense for them. So they are willing to extend and draw this drama out with Kevin Durant into training camp. So some people have said this may be 2 weeks, a couple of weeks until it's resolved. Some people are saying it may be a few months. So we may as well just buckle in and say the status quo is exactly what it is going forward, that we're not going to make this deal. We need to go about our business and stop, as a fan nation, getting our players all skewered all over the place online and trade talks and Kevin Durant bullshit right now. Because it's not going to happen right now, y'all. The trade is not going to happen anytime soon. And that sources are now saying that this could be dragged out until training camp. So let's just hold our breath and put this on the shelf, and we'll revisit it later. And we'll just go forward as Raptors Nation, thinking that we are who we are right now and that we aren't going to be acquiring Kevin Durant, because it can be very toxic and destructive to just be over and over again in this echo chamber of trying to figure out this Durant trade. That we hurt people's feelings like OG Anunoby and Gary Trent Jr. So let's just stop. Let's just put this on the shelf and wait until Woj or Shams shows up with something concrete. And then we'll revisit it then at that time, stuff like that. So Rahul thinks it's not worth it anymore. You know what? Yeah, listen, it's not going to happen. Scottie's not moving. He's not going to Brooklyn. As much as Brooklyn fans want him to come there, he's not coming there. It's hilarious. Yesterday he's playing. He played for a little while, and then he's like, "I'm got to go work out, guys." So they went to OVO, and now already this morning, he's posting on his Instagram, 8 o'clock this morning. He's at the gym already working out this morning. So he is a badass, and he is doing hard work, and he's getting better and better. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. Rahul says, yeah, it's not worth it anymore. I agree with that. Raymond Jacobs saying, actually, I am in the process of looking for new work and have a similar fate to like G. Oh my gosh, look out. Well, maybe there'll be a new crop, a new rookie class of Raptor Freak trivia. You guys are the originals from the first year. Maybe it'll be Rahul and David are going to be running the leaderboard this season instead of G and Raymond Jacobs. So we'll have to see how it all shapes out with the work. G saying, I can be in and out, but can't give you 100%. Maybe just to chirp you guys a bit. Well, listen, G, honestly, with your effort and the way you dominated trivia last year, it may only take you coming in and out of here and scoring major points when you are available, because you are a power player in the Raptor Freak trivia. Rahul's saying, yeah, don't expect any sort of KD until the end of August. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's right from what we're hearing. Raymond's saying, let's talk about bringing back our future center backup, DJ Wilson. That's right. The Summer League roster was released yesterday, and DJ Wilson's name is on it. Jalen Harris is not on it. He was not reinstated. This looks like the door is closed for Jalen Harris as far as things. Now, tomorrow is on my Wednesday show. It's going to be Who is Who Wednesday Summer League roster. And we'll be talking about the Summer League roster in depth tomorrow. I'll be going over each one of the guys and also talking about realistically who has the best chance to maybe get a spot on the Raptors roster this season coming up. Summer League's going to be interesting. Scottie's excited. He's going to be getting on a plane and flying to Las Vegas to watch the Summer League and hang out with his teammates and see the new young players in Vegas. So Scottie will be there, but he will not be playing, as evidenced by him not being on the Summer League roster. There's your answer, folks. He's not playing in Summer League because he's not on the roster. Trevor Gleason will be the coach of the Summer League. Now, we know that. Monique and I were wondering about who was going to be coaching Summer League. It's going to be Trevor Gleason. So that's going to be fun and a lot of good stuff. Let's see. Gary has put up a post encouraging players in OVO Center, so maybe Masai spoke to him. That was actually a post for OLG. Gary probably has a contract with OLG to welcome or congratulate a winner of winning the lottery, and that was just a tape recorded message of him telling some guys who won OLG contests to work out at OVO. So it may have been just a pre-tape package for these guys who won a contest. They got to work out at OVO. That's what that was that I saw there. Shane Waters is here. Good morning. OP means original poster, Lex. Okay, so the OP, the original posting of Pascal Siakam's spin move is nasty. Shane was there last night. He was there with Scottie. He saw some of the stuff that he was saying. You heard the nice words he said about Pascal Siakam and stuff like that. And Shane was in there seeing me fight the good fight against the commenters and stuff like that. It was good fun. I love palling around with Scottie's buddies now. Like Lloyd and Chunky they're familiar with me now. And I actually can talk to them directly and stuff like that, which is cool. Lloyd just got back from Jamaica. I'm glad he's back safely. Lloyd, big respect. I hope you watch the Raptor Free channel. You probably don't, but maybe you will someday. Monique is here. Good to see the super fan, Monique Lawrence. Let's see. Hey, everyone. Did anyone see us roasting Chris Broussard on Twitter? Oh, Monique, bringing up a great subject from yesterday. Chris Broussard, you idiot. What year are you living in? Are you living in 2002 or something like that? Because you're referencing Toronto quotes about our franchise from Tracy McGrady and Antonio Davis. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Chris Broussard? Like, you lose your card, bro. You lose your card. And let me tell you right now, there's a community in this city of people of color that are mystified by your comments. That, like, in some ways, this country in Canada, this city in Canada, Toronto, is so multicultural. You just, like, really, like, if you're throwing a dart at a dartboard, you didn't even hit the wall the dartboard's on. You hit the wall across the room because you are so off point with your opinion on Canada and whether players would want to play here or not. You are stuck in the behind times. You know what this is? This is basically him showing himself as an NBA media agent to downplay and hurt the Raptors' perception in the league. That this is purely and simply that. It's the best example of it because it's so out in the open and everybody's calling him out for it. Like, this is stupid. This is lies. And this is pure propaganda to try and stop something that nobody in the US media really wants. And that is Kevin Durant on the Toronto Raptors. In some ways, I want to see this happen just despite these idiots like Chris Bouchard and other talking heads on ESPN. That they will have to cover the Raptors if Kevin Durant is on our team, and they will have to give us respect, and they will have to worry about us winning another championship. So this is nothing that any of these guys want. That the Kawhi thing, they hated it. They don't want to acknowledge the 2019 championship with the Raptors, and that if it happened again, they would not be happy about it. So they can see that this is working towards that, and they're already being little jerks. And that's what Broussard is doing here, Monique. And yeah, he really got roasted. And he rightfully so. In some ways, they need to come down on him real hard, real hard on this one. All right, let's get through all this stuff and then we'll get right in the trivia, guys. G's saying Nets want an all-star and multiple players and picks, and they think Durant will play in the team they just gutted. Yeah, I don't think that Durant wants to go somewhere where they have to gut the team for him to get there. So it's a real balancing act that's going on between the Nets and what they want, Durant and what he wants, and the Raptors, what they want, and maybe other teams and what they want and stuff like that. I don't want to be involved in a trade with Durant unless it's straight up between Brooklyn and Toronto. I don't want any third team involved. I don't want to be the third team with Durant going to Phoenix. I don't want to be involved in a transaction unless it has one outcome, and that's Durant coming here and that we're not giving up too much. I don't want anybody else coming here. I don't care if it's Ayton. I don't care if it's any of these other names from other teams. I don't want other people's other stuff. We just want Durant. If we're going to make a trade, that's the only person we want coming back towards us. And it better not be too steep a price, is what I'm going to say right now. Click's at the point where he doesn't want KD at all. And I'm getting real close to this. In fact, I'm kind of sick of this. I'm very much like Monique and Click at this point, that we're sick of this garbage talk. And that's why I want to say, in life, when you have things that don't get resolved right away and they're bugging you and they're kind of hanging over your head, you sometimes just have to put them away and put them on the back shelf and just let them be out of your mind and not in the worry, even though they're not resolved. You just kind of put them away for a little while and then come back and revisit them later. And this is what we need to do as a fan nation right now with Kevin Durant. We need to put this on the shelf and revisit this later until it finally has something that really happens. And we can't be on the edge, getting our anxieties up, like constantly refreshing Twitter, doing all this kind of stuff right now, because this could go on for a long time. So y'all, for your own mental health, put down the mouse and just go outside and forget about Kevin Durant for a while, is what I'll say. Because like this is going to get really crazy and it could be going on for a while. So we don't need to be doing this for too long. G's saying, let the rookies play, Raymond. G and Raymond are like saying, let's a new generation coming up. Rahul, boom. Peter and David S, boom. Look out. They've got some young stars coming into the Raptor Freak Trivia. And look out. Click's still around. Click can still be a power player. Trust me. Oh, yeah, I know. Let's see. Click saying getting KD gives us a chance to win right now, but giving up Scottie eliminated chances of winning multiple chips in long term. Well, that's off the table. There's no way. Listen, Scottie's very confident and happy. He's not looking anxious. He's not looking sad or upset or anything. He knows he's okay and he's protected, that he's not going to get moved. I can guarantee you, Click, that Scottie Barnes will be a Toronto Raptor next season and in a Raptors jersey. There's no possible way that he is part of a move for Kevin Durant. I'm going to tell you that right now. It would have already happened if we were okay with moving him. Trust me. This is what everybody else is saying. This deal would have happened if Scottie Barnes was going to be able to be available to be a part of it. He's not available to be a part of it. And we should not worry about that. Listen, Tom Duke's getting on the I can't and I don't want any more KD shit is what he's saying. That is poop, but I'm going to say shit. That's right. Tom Duke's sick of this shit too. Monique's sick of this shit. Click's sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. We just KD, just figure your shit out is what we want. Rahul's saying Nets will lose this trade. It might not be 2 All-Stars. It might be 3 upcoming prospects and 2 first-round picks. I understand how they think they're going to get 2 All-Stars from every team because the NBA only allows 1 All-Star per team usually. How many teams have 2 All-Stars right now? Come on. Stop making these crazy stipulations, Nets. Just get what you get. You need to get rid of a problem. Sometimes you have to put him on clearance and not get full value because you need to get rid of him because he's a problem. And that needs to be factored into it. So stop trying to get so much from the other way. You may not be able to get that for the situation you're in. And if you want him moved and to move on, you need to do it sooner. Monique is refusing KD news at this point. She does not want it on her timeline. She's unfollowing. She's blocking. She's not listening to y'all no more. G's saying that media attention on KD as it is annoying. So can't imagine when he is on the team and tweeting. Well, it'll calm down then. It'll be interesting. Honestly, maybe kind of crazy. It could get real weird with Kevin Durant and Raptors Twitter and stuff like that. This is very true. Click saying, out of all the players in Summer League, I'm looking at Delano to take another step. Nice. I like what you're saying here. And tomorrow, I'm going to give you my opinion on this specifically, because I thought about this a lot yesterday, looking at their Summer League roster and really how it looks like it's going to shake out with how many spots are on the Raptors roster for possibly getting on and how many guys are going to be trying to get in those spots and who has the best chance with everybody on the Summer League. Going to be crazy. G saying Chris Bouchard is an absolute idiot. Yes, he is. He really did show it. Yes, OLG, glanced at it quickly. Yeah, it was a couple of regular citizens. It was just like fans that won a contest and then they got to work out at OVO and got a message from Gary. So that's what that was. Rahul saying, oh wow, you guys have written a lot today. I mean, 3 potential all-stars and picks for a KD. Nets are delusional if they think they'll get their desired package for 34. Yeah, for a 34-year-old. Yeah, Sonny's here, another Scottie Twitcher. Hey, Alexi, what's up? Good Scottie stream yesterday. He gave respect to Siakam and his spin move. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Scottie was fun again yesterday. Really playing a lot of 2K. He was dominating, winning a lot. He was playing with Yao Ming on his team and Shaq, and he had Pascal on his team also. And of course, playing that end game 99 rating Scottie Barnes card. And other thing was he was putting some of his cards up for auction. And one dude in the chat was buying really cheap cards of his for super expensive just because they are Scottie Barnes's cards. And this guy can say, I just bought a Shaq off Scottie Barnes for 100,000, whatever monetary things that they have on that game. I don't know what they call them, money things for buying things on 2K. Monique's saying, so Lex, I'll ask again, are you going to Global Jam? I'm going to try and go tomorrow night to the America versus Canada matches at 6 o'clock, Wednesday night, Maple Leaf Gardens. It's Canada versus U.S. women's and Canada versus U.S. men's. But it is a late night, and that is the one that Stevie Roots and I are going to try and get tickets and go to. I want to see if it's sold out. I don't think it will be, though. G's saying he tried to use demographic stats but that was even more worse because LA has similar stats. Yeah, he's an idiot. Whatever he tried to do to justify his comments. I mean, all of his colleagues sitting there were looking at him like, oh, my gosh, you're an idiot. But they didn't have the guts to stand up to him and tell him he's just straight up wrong. So whatever, ESPN, they obviously have a narrative that they want to push. They have different reasons. This is exactly what I've been saying for years, that the American media sewers Toronto and the Raptors on purpose to try and make it not seem like a good team or a destination because they don't want us to be a good team. They want us to be a middling team or a horrible team. And that when we're an excellent team and we have the prospects of being a championship contender, they don't like that. So this is where it manifests. Good morning to Granny Evelyn. Granny Evelyn is here listening. We're going to do trivia, Granny. So get ready, Evelyn. We're going to be playing some trivia very soon. I know we're having a little bit of a long intro, but there's a lot to talk about. Sonny saying the American media never acknowledges our 2019 win. Our defense was better than the Celtics defense this year. And they talk about the Celtics having the best defense in ages. Yeah, listen, this is a great opportunity, Sonny. In any kind of place where people start talking about things, well, listen, you think the Celtics are so great. Well, did they fucking beat Golden State in the finals? No, they didn't. And who did? Toronto did. So we can lord that over them all we want. We can say, look, you didn't do this. We did this. And that's just a pure, simple, easy, cut and dry way of looking at it. It's the same damn team as Golden State. Y'all played them in the finals and y'all lost. And we played them in the finals and we won. And that's a clear-cut example. Like, when's the last time Boston won a championship? It was what? With Paul Pierce and all them and like whatever time? Yeah, come on. That's so long ago. Rahul's saying, go watch Broussard's past interviews with Celtics calling the Raps in Canada soft. Yeah, he's always been a hater. He's somebody that I've never liked. And I forgot he even existed until his stupid comment yesterday. Like, honestly, he'd gone out of my life completely because I don't see him. I don't watch ESPN. And now he says something stupid and everybody's all over him. Yeah, I like what Monique's saying. Even Chuck Swirsky is ticked off with Chris Broussard. And you know what Chuck Swirsky said? He said, I'd love to have a debate with you. I'd love to sit down and have a debate with you, Chris Broussard, and tell you, because Chuck said the best years of his life were spent covering the Toronto Raptors here in Toronto and working for the Fan 590. And I love Chuck for that. He's a real one. It's too sad that he's gone in a way, but it is what it is. And Chuck Swirsky is always going to be a Raptor at heart in some ways, down low. And I love that he's standing up for Canada himself and saying to him, it's like, I will debate you myself, Chris Broussard. I have firsthand knowledge. I have years of experience of being in Toronto, and I know what it's like. I am, in fact, I am Canadian, is what Chuck Swirsky said. In fact, talking about this Canadian thing, this is really weird. Like, when Scottie was opening the packs yesterday, he opened a pack, and I forget who it was. It was somebody like, it was O'Shea Brissett. He opened a pack, and he said, oh, another Canadian like me. When he saw O'Shea Brissett, he slipped that out subliminally, like unconsciously. Scottie thinks he's Canadian, y'all. This is what I'm going to say right now, because like you wouldn't say that the way he said it is like unconsciously. He in his mind is a Canadian person, because he said, oh, O'Shea Brissett, a Canadian like me, is what he said just out of the blue. You go look at the stream yesterday. When he opens that O'Shea Brissett card, he says he's Canadian. Scottie identifies as being Canadian, y'all. So let me tell you, he's not going to Brooklyn. If this man thinks he's Canadian, like, I mean, if SGA is going to tell Nick Nurse that he's honorarily Canadian for living in Canada for the last 10 years, he's like, yeah, he's Canadian in the press conference after the Team Canada game on Friday. And Scottie Barnes says, oh, O'Shea Brissett card. He's another Canadian like me, is what he said. I literally heard Scottie Barnes call himself a Canadian yesterday. I'm not lying. All right, let's see. Rank Scrub wants y'all to hit the like button. We haven't even gotten to the trivia, the meat, the fun of the days. The trivia is the best stuff. All right, Kenny saying, I'm so glad we called him out on Twitter. Not sure if he said anything on the show yet this morning. Chris is dumb for that comment. Yeah, real dumb. G saying that Brooklyn wants Pascal now. Okay, so now they moved on from Scottie. They're trying to go after Pascal. Let's not even focus on it. Till something comes, then we'll worry about it. Until then, let's just forget about this crap. It's just such hot noise at this point. It's so stupid at this point. All right, let's see. Click saying, I feel like the front office has had a conversation with Scottie discussing that he will not be traded and stabbed in the back. Yeah, he's acting like that for sure. Click. Like, he's confident, he's giddy, he's smiling, he knows he's protected. So either way, he's okay. He's going to be in Toronto, and that he has kind of a feeling that maybe Kevin Durant's coming. Monique saying, why is Kurix on the Summer League roster? I don't get it. Former net. Yeah, he's a domestic abuser. This is a Terrence Davis branded guy. It's very strange that he's on our Summer League roster. I think his chances, when I'll say this tomorrow, are very, very slim, and that he shouldn't be making the team for sure. But maybe I don't understand why he's on our Summer League team. They wanted to give him an opportunity, I guess, but it doesn't totally. It's weird. It's weird. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. Click's saying, I'm sick of it, bro. I've been consumed with it all weekend. I just want to enjoy the team we have already. I love these guys. Yeah, I'm with you, Click. Let's just even forget Kevin Durant exists right now. Let's just live in Raptor land with our guys, and nobody's going nowhere. Gary ain't going nowhere. OG ain't going nowhere. None of them are going nowhere. Prophet Mensa say, you just smile at the haters. That's right. Such good life advice from Prophet. You just have to say, listen, okay, I hear you, and that's great, Broussard. That's great. We'll just live in our reality, and you go ahead and live in your perception. Sonny's saying, I agree as well. I don't want KD on our team. It will gut our team. Last year, our team wasn't deep, and now that we are deep, we want to gut it again. See, these are all good arguments. I mean, Kevin, you're kind of making things tired. Like, this deal had gotten worked out quickly, and it was just happening. But now the way it's kind of, and it's getting dragged out, everybody's kind of like sick of it. And they're kind of like, you know what? We don't even want you. Come on. We're kind of having like buyer's remorse before we even buy. We're like getting the chance to think about this more and more as this gets dragged out. And we're all kind of like, you know what? This is like Drake's new album. Honestly, never mind. How about that? Will you say that to Kevin Durant? This is the honestly never mind summer. Kenny Atkinson talking to the Charlotte Hornets, Toronto Raptors talking to Brooklyn Nets about trading for Kevin Durant. Honestly, never mind. You know, that's what we may be saying because of our global ambassadors got the right message for us and stuff like that. Top of top, please send me another message. I want to hear your voice in here. I always like seeing you here. Rule's saying that, gee, who reported about Nets wanting Pascal? Yeah, I haven't heard any Pascal chatter, but it just naturally makes sense that if they're not going to get Scottie, then we want Pascal instead, kind of thing. Sonny's saying at Monique, I'm not happy about corrects, especially with this previous domestic violence issue. Yeah, we're a conscientious team. We have a very good culture. We have political conscience. We are social justice warriors. We do not necessarily want somebody like him on our team. Kenny's saying, first thing I checked on the Summer League roster was the coach. Trevor promoted, and that's nice. I think it's just because he hasn't done something like this in the U.S. I mean, the guy has such good coaching experience in Australia. But this will be fun. This will be really cool, and I'm kind of glad it's him because it'll be really interesting. I think he's such a good coach. It's going to be really fun to see him coach these young guys and stuff like that. We'll find it for you. They want an all-star, so with Barnes off the table, apparently they're targeting Pascal now. Okay, G's going to look for that. Top of top, what I want KD. I just can't stand Broussard and the U.S. media ignorantly talking about Toronto. It seems him and Nick were trying to sabotage current and future Raps trades and players coming here. Yeah, it's a perception thing. It's a information war. It's really just kind of like it's really just the way media is these days. Is they all try and shape perception by saying things, even if they're fucking lies, even if they're completely not true. Monique saying my top 3 summer league again. Lex is DJ, RHJ, and Justin. So she's looking at DJ Wilson, Ron Harper Jr., and Justin Champagny for summer league. Yeah, well, I'll give you my rankings tomorrow about who I'm really looking forward to seeing in summer league. Top saying, but KD is elite, even though older. I would call the Nets bluff and offer OG, Trent, and picks. No other team can offer better. I think this is true too, and this is right around where it is now. In the last couple of days, I've said top that I think that they may have came to an agreement already. That it's all hush hush because this is the way the Raptors organization operates. Is everything is not leaked. Everything is completely quiet. And it could be that something's already done and that they know, and we're just waiting for something like Wednesday for like, you know, a signing of Chris Boucher legally for his contract or something like that. Not necessarily him in particular, but something like that. And then they could formally announce it. It's like they don't want to leak it before it's actually really happened because it gets kind of ugly, could get a little jerky, may not happen. So instead, they're going to put it out, cover it up until it's absolutely announced and official. It's not going to be like another, like reportedly there's a deal and this, and then it gets signed like 3 or 4 days later. This is such a huge deal that the Raptors organization would keep it under wraps completely and not have any leaks. And then it'll just come out when it happens is what I'm saying. And it could be that the players know, and it could be happening this way as soon as Wednesday. But if we don't see anything happen on Wednesday, I'm going to guess that this won't happen until maybe training camp. So it's either going to happen in the next 2 days or it'll happen like maybe in 2 months. So, and it may not happen with us. I wish she would just go to fucking Phoenix, honestly. Yeah, Click saying, but Katie's not worth our home feature. Yeah, look at his injuries since 2019. Look at what he does when things don't go well. And look at all the drama he's involved in on Twitter. I don't want him. Yeah, Jama, our own coach, roasted Broussard. Look at Jama. Good job, Jama. Prophet saying Katie is washed. The more I think about it, he is toxic. Even if he's a good player and he's like wants to win and stuff like that, there is a toxicity that just it permeates around Kevin Durant to an extent, just because of the way he operates and the way he handles himself. He may be a good player and a good team player, but there is a toxic level of something around him. And that's a problem, honestly. Shane Waters saying at one point, Scottie yesterday said he was shocked he didn't make the Summer League roster. Yeah, that was pretty funny too. Like everybody's been asking him for weeks, "Are you going to play in summer league?" And he's like, "I'm like, this dude's not going to play in summer league. He's a starter in the NBA. He has no reason to be on summer league." And then, yeah, that was pretty funny, Shane, when he was saying, "Yeah, I didn't even make the summer league roster." Scotty is pure jokes. Monique saying Thomas Bryant went to the Celtics. Okay. That's good information. He's off the board. What did Jama say? We'll see what Jama said, that Chris Bouchard is an embarrassment. Yeah, that makes sense. Scotty said a month ago he wasn't going to play in summer league. Yeah, he said it all a while. It's like there's no reason for him to be there other than to hang out and see them play and be with the team. Rahul's saying that it's taking it too far to say KD is washed. I would agree with that too. He's not completely washed, but he's not the same KD he was 5 years ago. We do have to admit that, at least, Rahul. Monique saying, did you see Masai Ujiri's speech? So nice. No, I haven't seen it. He has a new speech out. I'll have to see it. Ranks Shrub saying Katie isn't physical enough to be a stalwart 3 small forward, and he lost the mobility and rim defense to play the 4 for the Raps. So trading OG or Pascal really doesn't make much sense. Okay, so Raptor Free Cult is really falling on the anti-KD trade side at this point. That we're just sick of this shit. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. TJ Warren just signed with the Nets. So that's good intel, Sonny. And Monique saying, I'm happy for Eric Curry as assistant coach. Yeah, he's on the assistant coach with Trevor Gleason for Summer League. And Sonny's saying Ron Harper Jr. just tweeted about Chris Bouchard as well, and everyone is roasting him. Yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah, I'll have to go and look and see what Rod Harper Jr. said. All right, we're half an hour in, and we got 17 players to play. It's time for Raptor Freak Trivia, y'all. All questions are going to be worth 25 points. Whoever types in the answer first, it has to be full name. I want y'all to put the full name in there. Don't give me one first name or last name. I want the whole name, y'all. So let's see. Sonny is saying, not Ron Harper Jr. Rondé Hollis Jefferson was defending Canada. That's good stuff. Thomas Bryant's the guy I wanted because I wanted to have Koloko in the G League and develop. Yeah, I don't like Bryant. He's okay, but I don't think we need him. Okay, G is out for sure. So, guys, the reigning champion of Raptor Freak Trivia will not be here to compete with you guys. So it's open. You guys can go for it. So let me get this started. He's saying good luck, everybody. Let's get this started. Today, we're talking about Raptor trade history, the history of the Raptors and trades, because we're so much bullshit with Kevin Durant we're talking about right now. We're going to go take a look at some of the trades that the Raptors have made. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to name players involved in a famous Raptor trade, and there will be one player that is missing from the trade, and I want y'all to name the player that isn't named that is involved in the trade that I named. So the first one's real easy. You should be able to get it. So be ready to type right away. And like I said, I want both their names. I don't want just their first name. I don't want just their last name. I want their first and last name. And that the person that writes the first and last name will get the points. So don't just write the last name. Okay, y'all? Okay. All right. So, Raymond Jacobs saying his Raptor trade knowledge is not that good. And Sonny saying that Rondé said, yeah, this is a stretch. Canadians love you like you grew up there. He's tripping. Yeah. All right. All right. So the first question is, who is missing from this famous Raptor trade? We've got Goran Dragic, Precious Achua, and who? Who is the third person in this trade that you would be in this trade that I've left out? Who is it? Who is the third person? We got Goran Dragic, Precious Achua, No, it's not Thaddeus Young, David. It's, yes, Sonny got it. It's Kyle Lowry. Sonny, you are on the board for Raptor Freak Trivia with your first 25 points. Good job, Sonny. So y'all see how it works, okay? I'm going to name a bunch of names, and whoever's missing from that deal, you figure out who it is. And we're going to be going way back. Raymond Jacob, that would not count. Kalo is not a full name. I want a full name. No laziness today. We're putting in work like Scottie Barnes at OVO Center at 8 o'clock this morning. All right. Here's the second question, y'all. Who is missing from this deal? Gary Trent Jr., Norman Powell. Who is the third person that was involved in that trade? This is a little harder. Gary Trent Jr. and Norman Powell. There was one other person in that trade, if you guys can remember. And this is deep knowledge. Like, y'all need to be real Raptor Freak, like, knowledge guys who know this. To know this, you need to know it. Okay, David, give me Rodney Hood. He's got it. David S. is right. It is Rodney Hood. He was the dude who got sent with Norman to Portland. Rodney Hood. Good job, David Saborin. Saborin brothers are on the board, y'all. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, Thad Young is, I'm not counting if it was a trade pick later, Rahul, like for the number one, that first question. So we don't put, like, he was later trade. He was that trade with Goran later. So, all right, next question, guys. Here are the names: Danny Green, DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard. Who's the last person who's involved in that trade? Danny Green, DeMar DeRozan, and Kawhi Leonard. That's a huge trade in the history of the Raptors. In fact, that's the picture. There we go. Clicks on it right away. It's Jakob Poeltl. Click is got it. Click. Click is the first one in, and he even spelled his name. Well, he's missing an L, but he's got it mostly right. Mostly right. That'll be enough. Okay, next one, guys. Marc Gasol, Jonas Valanciunas, CJ Miles. Who is the fourth person in that deal? Marc Gasol, Jonas Valanciunas, CJ Miles. Who's missing from that deal, y'all? Come on now. You got to know this one. Clicks on it again. It's DeLon Wright, and Click is in there right before you, Rahul. Shanky, you're right behind there too. I see you, Shanky. Felon Wright. Ooh, this isn't Miles Bridges. All right, let's keep going. Next one is, all right, now this one's a little tough because I'm actually including a draft pick in this one. So all right, it's a little tough. I'll explain in a second. The two names are Norman Powell and Grievous Vasquez. But there was also a draft pick that was traded for Grievous Vasquez that became a player that's on the team right now. And who is that player? That's who I want. So who was involved in the Norman Powell, Grievous Vasquez? Oh, Rahul, right on it. It's OG Anunoby. That's right, Rahul. Good job. Straight from the Raptors head office. Rahul, number 27, getting OG Anunoby on that one. Good job. You guys are cleaning it up today. All right, next one. The names are Steve Novak, Quentin Richardson, Andrea Bargnani. Who is the other person in that trade? And this is a crazy one because this is a full circle kind of thing. This dude was drafted by the Raptors and then later on got traded back to the Raptors in this deal that I just named. Steve Novak, Quentin Richardson, Andrea Bargnani. Poeltl's not right. Garrett's wrong. Okay, David got it. It's Marcus Camby. David S. got it. It is Marcus Camby. He was involved in the Bargnani trade when we sent him to New York. When Masai came in and got rid of Bargnani, he got Marcus Camby in return, which is crazy. Good job, David S. David S., you're really impressing me. You're getting the harder ones right now. David S. is getting the harder ones. All right, next one. Let's keep going. This one, all right, a lot of names on this one. Rudy Gay, Aaron Gray, Patrick Patterson, John Salmons, Quincy Acey, Grievous Vasquez. Who is the one who's missing in this trade? Rudy Gay, Aaron Gray, Patrick Patterson, John Salmons, Quincy Acey, Grievous Vasquez, and who was the last person? I am Shanky's got it. It is Chuck Hayes. Yes, Shanky. I love it. I love saying the words Chuck Hayes. It just makes me happy when I say the word Chuck Hayes. As a Raptor fan, Chuck Hayes. Tom Duke is in there with Chuck Hayes. Yeah, you guys are doing good. Chuck Hayes. I love it. That's that West Coast flag that Tom Duke's behind Shanky. Good job, Shanky, though. Good job. All right, next one. Lou Williams, John Salmons. Lou Williams and John Salmons. Yeah, that's a tough one. Kyle Lowry is wrong. Lou Williams, John Salmons. And I'm going to have to give you guys a clue on this one. This guy is actually just recently re-signed or signed to the CBL. So that may give it away right there. Is this former Raptor. Lucas Nogueira is right, Tom Duke. You got it. Lucas Nogueira was in the deal with Lou Williams and John Salmons. Yeah, Lucas Bebe Nogueira. Tom, you beat David this time. You did it. Maybe it's because David wrote in Bebe. That you took too long to write in Bebe. David, where's Peter? All right, let's keep going. All right, here are the names for the next one. Ed Davis, Austin Day, Tayshaun Prince, Rudy Gay, Hamed Haddadi. Okay, there's only one other name left on there. This is a tough one. Tayshaun Prince never played for the Raptors, so this is a 3-team deal that happens. So this is a real tough one. Ed Davis. Oh my gosh, David S is on it. It is Jose Calderon. David S. He's getting the ones that are the hardest ones. I love that Tom Duke just put Nando DeColo in. Nando DeColo. Yes, we still have his rights. Yes. All right, yeah, Jose was right. That was the deal that we traded Jose away on. Yeah, that wasn't him coming in. That was us trading him out. All right, next one. Jarrett Jack, Jared Bayless, David Anderson, Marcus Banks. Who was the other person involved in that deal? And David might just be putting these guys in Google and seeing who the extra name is. That's all right. You guys can cheat. I mean, I don't. How am I going to stop y'all from cheating? You know, Jarrett Jack, Jared Bayless, David Anderson, Marcus Banks. Who was the other person? This is probably the most famous person in this deal. That's the thing. I'm going to make it a little, not the scrubs. You're not going to have a hard answer. But this is an interesting one. Peja Stojakovic. Yes, Sonny Mayhall from the Scottie Barnes Twitch stream. Sonny coming in today and getting points. It is Peja Stojakovic. Yes, good job, Sonny. I love it. That's so good. All right, next one. Chris Humphreys, Sean Marion, Nathan Jawai, Jerry Stackhouse, Devon George, Antoine Wright, Greg Buckner. Who's missing from that deal? Chris Humphreys, Sean Marion, Nathan Jawai, Jerry Stackhouse, Devon George, Antoine Wright, Greg Buckner. Who is missing? Oh, Tom's on it. It is Haydu Turkoglu. Tom Duke getting points today. Tom Duke, that is right. It's Haydu Turkoglu. That's right. That's the deal that got us Haydu. Or maybe it's the one we sent him out on. I think it might be the one we sent him out on. Either way, he was involved. Sonny, you're just behind. Even though he said Hiku, he got most of it right. I knew he was saying. This is sometimes with autocorrect and stuff like that. Names that are crazy like that, you know. Okay, next one. Carlos Delfino, Sonny Weems, and Roko Ukic. Who is the name missing from that deal? Carlos Delfino, Sonny Weems, Roko Ukic. This is real Raptor Freak trivia when we were saying Roko Ukic's name. You know this is real Raptor Freak trivia. Who is missing from that deal? Carlos Delfino, Sonny Weems. David S has got it. It's Amir Johnson. That's right. David, you are getting the really tough ones. I got to tell you, Amir Johnson is the person who was involved in that trade that was missing. Sonny, you're just behind. You know, just missing the end at the end. That's not bad, but you're close enough. That's really close enough. All right, next one. Number 13 is 17. Just a few more guys for Raptor Freak Trivia today. TJ Ford, Roy Hibbert, Nathan Jawai, Maceo Bastian, Rasho Nesterovich. Who is the one missing in that one? TJ Ford, Roy Hibbert, Nathan Jawai, Maceo Bastian, Rasho Nesterovich. Yeah, you guys are typing. You're like, you're typing in the names real quick and seeing who the extra name is. Let's see. Tom Duke says Charlie Villanueva. No, I'm sorry, Tom. That's a good guess, though. That would be right around that time kind of frame that could be possible. TJ Ford, Roy Hibbert, Nathan Jawai, Maceo Bastian, and Rasho Nesterovich. Jermaine O'Neal is right. Jason Mamio. That's a new name, new person to the channel. You got 25 points in Raptor Free Trivia. It's that easy, Jason. Welcome. We're here live every single morning doing Raptor stuff, 9:30 a.m. every single day, live streaming on YouTube. So if you jonesing for some Raptors content in the middle of summer, this is your place. This is your place. Connor's saying every morning I wake up to a picture of Kevin Durant in a Raptors jersey on my timeline and freak out for a second. Yeah, it's so hard to know what's fake news and what isn't. There's all these trolls out here. There's like cockball sports, and they're saying Kevin Durant is a Raptor, and they even put the graphic up. But then you have to go and look and see it's a parody site. I'm sick of all these parody sites on Twitter. What is this crap? They need to go away. We need real journalism. We need the truth. Yeah, I love it. All right, welcome Connor and Jason. Good job, Jason, getting that answer. And Connor, yeah, I know. What's going to happen? What's this KD thing going to get sorted out? We're just sick of it right now. Oh, my gosh. All right, 4 more questions, y'all. Naming names of people in Raptor trades, and one is missing. Name the one that's missing, guys. Good job, Jason. I'm real proud of you coming in here. Rookie. He's a rookie on the scene. All right, Alonzo Mourning, Vince Carter, Eric Williams. All right, who's missing? Who's missing from that deal? Alonzo Mourning, Vince Carter, Eric Williams. Raymond Jacob, I said Vince Carter. It's not Vince Carter. It's all good. It's all good. Jason Williams? No, not white chocolate. No, it wasn't Sacramento's Jason Williams, but that is the right last name. I want to see who gets this right. Antoine Jameson. No, Raymond, that's wrong. There we go. Sonny's got it. It's Aaron Williams. Yeah, Aaron Williams was the other Williams in that deal. Sonny Mahal getting points today. Eric Williams was the one that I said. It was Aaron Williams was the one I was looking for. All right, 3 more. Let's go. Antonio Davis, Jalen Rose, Jerome Williams, Lonnie Baxter, Chris Jeffries. All right, let's see. Antonio Davis, Jalen Rose, Jerome Williams, Lonnie Baxter, and Chris Jeffries. Who's missing from that trade, that Raptors trade? There's somebody else involved in that trade. Who's the missing name? Who's the missing name? Antonio Davis, Jalen Rose, Jerome, the Junkyard Dog Williams, right there behind me, Lonnie Baxter, and Chris Jeffries. Oh, Sonny's in with Donyell Marshall. That's right. It is Donyell Marshall, the guy who holds the record for most threes in a Raptors game. Still, to this day, Donyell Marshall. A great Raptor. One of my favorite short-term Raptors. Honestly, I love Donyell Marshall. Like, if you made me pick between Jalen Rose and Donyell Marshall, I'm like, oh, Donyell Marshall all day. Jalen Rose, fuck you, is what I'll say. Monique's saying, I think Jeremy Lamb is the only free agent left. Jeez. Tom Duke's saying, no way there is a West Coast lag for sure. Yeah, see, he knows because he knows he got it in there, but Sonny got him just before. Sorry, Tom. This is just a detriment for living in another time zone. I'm sorry, Tom. It's just how it is. All right, 2 more to go, guys. Okay, Kevin Willis, Tracy Murray, Alex Radojevic, Mamadou Njai, Garth Joseph. Yeah, where you? Par you, Tom Duke. Here's my tiny violin for you. Tiny violin. We're so sad. Kevin Willis, Tracy Murray, Alex Radojevic, Mamadou Njai, and Garth Joseph. Sonny is in there once again. Sonny is the new G, guys. Sonny Mahal is the new G. It's Keon Clark, y'all. Keon Clark was involved in that deal. Sonny, you are the big scorer today, it's looking like so far. All right, we're going to have to see. One more question, guys. One more question. Yeah, poor Tom. Everybody, can we just have a candlelight visual for Tom and his lag real quick? Let me see. Do I have a lighter here? Let me just get a lighter real quick. I don't think I have a lighter here right now. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, there. No, that's not a lighter. Anyway. All right. Yeah, you want a violin too? All right, Shane, here's yours. Little tiny violin. All right, last question, y'all. Back to business. Come on, y'all. All right, Alvin Williams, right behind me, right there. Walt Williams, Carlos Rogers, Kenny Anderson, Damon Stoudemire. Yeah, okay. Alvin Williams, Walt Williams, Carlos Rogers, Kenny Anderson, and Damon Stoudemire. Who's the missing name in that famous Raptor trade? Who is the missing name in that Raptor trade with Portland that happened? Jean Tabak. You know what? I want to give you points just for bringing his name up today, Jason. That is awesome. Jean de Buck. You know what, Tom? I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Tom, I'm just qualifying for you because you can't just put that. You know that is not that does not tell me enough. Sonny gets the points because it's important to put that ending part because there are two people with that name, Tom. Yeah, you got it in there. You just didn't type that last part that needed to be there. Gary Trent Sr. was involved in this trade, and he was the last name on this list. And it looks like you guys did a good job. Let me see how many people got. Sonny got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sonny got 6. So you're getting 150 points today, Sonny. David got 1, 2, 3, 4. David's getting 100 points. Click got 1, 2. Click's getting 50. Rahul got 1, 25. Shanky got 1, 25. Tom Duke got 2, 50. Jason M got 1, 25. And that looks like the scores. All right, so I'll update the standings and I'll post them in the comments after the stream finishes up in just the next little while. Thanks for playing, y'all. Every single Tuesday, we play Raptors trivia, 9:30 a.m. So come on in if you like playing, and I'll have more questions for you next Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, who's who on the Summer League? We're going to do a Summer League primer, a little bit of an introduction of the guys who are on the Summer League roster, and Trevor Gleason coaching the team. And we'll talk about what to expect from the guys that are coming in and who has a realistic chance to try and carve out a spot on the Raptors roster for the season upcoming. This is a real tight competition. Unless we do a trade where we have to send more guys than we're getting back, there's going to be a real hard time for some of these guys to make the Raptors roster. And Summer League is absolutely essential for a starting point for some of these guys to make it. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll tell you guys all a whole kinds of stuff to get you guys ready for what to expect for Summer League tomorrow. Yeah. Let me see what happened here. Connor is saying, in a perfect world, we get KD for OG, Gary Trent, and as many picks as Brooklyn needs. I'm okay with that deal. I've been on the record for saying that that's okay. I don't want anything to do with Pascal, Freddie, or Scottie going anywhere. And I'd like to lessen the amount of guys that we have moving. Like, I don't want it to be more than 2 guys. Like, I don't want them throwing in Chris also or Thad or something like that. I don't want any of that. Tom Duke is still crying and whining about the thing, so I'm just going to do a little bit more violin here. Yeah, I like that deal, Connor. I like that deal. I would take that deal if it's just those 2 guys in the picks. Let's see. Yeah, there is junior. Yeah, but at that time, there was a junior eventually, and you could have met Gary Trent Jr. Sorry. Shane saying, to be fair, at the time, he was the only. Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter. This is still actually at the time. Gary Trent Jr. was around, I believe, at that time. He was born by then. He was maybe just a little baby. But anyway, have a great one, Tom. I'm sorry if I ticked you off and stuff like that. Monique saying, so good to see Muggsy Bogues in Toronto for the Lotto Max thing I watched. Okay, Muggsy's back in town again. Always good to see a good good Raptor legend, Muggsy Bogues. We talk about Jerome, Alvin, and Muggsy today. Sonny saying, I give you my points for that one, Tom Duke. Sonny, you saying you want to give the points to Tom on that one? No, man, you can't be like that. You got to be cutthroat. Seriously, you got to be cutthroat. Michael Borland is here. Good to see Michael. If all goes well, the picks will be late firsts. Yeah, exactly. This is why I don't care about giving up first-round picks in trades, because we should always be aiming to be a playoff team and one of the top teams in the league. So those first-round picks aren't worth as much. It'd be really bad if, like, we did something like what Utah did, and in Minnesota, and Minnesota is supposed to win because Utah's got all their picks and they're unprotected. If like Minnesota's awful and Utah's just getting really high picks and they have Rudy with Cat, that's a big problem. So that's the whole thing. We need to be a winning team, a playoff team night in, night out. So our picks won't matter going towards Brooklyn if we do make this Kevin deal and stuff like that. So Connor's saying, I'd be okay with trading Freddie, but Scottie and Pascal should be off limits if we want to contend for a chip. Yeah, I mean, I still don't want to trade Freddie because, like, honestly, if you look at the Golden State Warriors and what they've done with their dynasty over the last 8 years or so, is that they've kept Steph, Draymond, and Clay. To me, our Steph, Draymond, and Clay is Fred, Pascal, and OG. So if we can keep that kind of core, because we do need cohesion from championship to championship. and that Fred and Pascal are the best linkages to that championship at this point, because OG didn't really play and neither did Chris. So Pascal and Fred, to me, are super, super essential to keep on the Raptors, specifically for linkages to our championship in 2019. So let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Monique saying, Lex, who's your top 3 to make it? Tell us. I will tell you tomorrow, Monique. I have to leave a little bit of a cliffhanger and some interest for my content for tomorrow. Summer League, who's who Wednesday. It's going to be who's who on Summer League for tomorrow. And I will answer that question right away for you tomorrow, Monique. But I don't want to shoot my shot now and let you guys know what's going on. You guys got to find out tomorrow. I'm sorry. You have to tune in then. Michael's saying getting KD would attract veterans and buyout guys later in the year. Yeah, if we're looking like a real contender and stuff like that, making a run, that's how we get set up for something like a Marc Gasol trade in the middle of the year, just in case we need more to get there. I think if KD comes and with what we have, and we've only sending like two main guys like OG and Gary, we should be okay. And I don't know if we'd have to make very big move in the middle of the season or sign another big name somewhere in the middle there to make it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all goes. But as I said earlier, I advise all Raptors fans with this Kevin Durant situation, just put it on the back burner. Just put it away for a while. Forget about it. Let's stop obsessing about this and let it just happen naturally. And it may be something that just happens in the middle of the night, and then all of a sudden it's just done. Or it could just happen all of a sudden, surprisingly, and catch us off guard. But that's okay. We don't have to be so vigilant that we're right on it all the time and we're refreshing and we need to know. Because they have said in Brooklyn that they will take this into the training camp to find the right deal for Kevin until they're happy. And that they're not in a rush to figure this out. So we cannot let our lives be tortured and tormented until then. So let's just put this on the back burner as a fan nation and kind of cut out some of the chatter on Twitter and different social media places, because it's just not worth it at this point. Lion Hunter's here. He's saying Minnesota really destroyed the trade market with that trade. All that draft capital for a one-dimensional player just made no sense to me. OG Gary and a draft picks. I'll take it or leave it. Yeah. I think that's where we are. I think that's the line. That if Joe Tsai and Sean Marks are on this side, Bobby and Messiah are on this side, and this is kind of where they're at, probably, where they're kind of fine-tuning things, if there is anything even going on at all at this point. The Raptors front office is so tight-lipped and doesn't have any leaks. They could be done and not even trying to figure this out at this point, and we wouldn't even know. So at this point, it's just like we just got to figure out where Kevin's going, whether it's coming to the Suns, coming to Miami, coming to Golden State, coming to Boston, staying in Brooklyn, coming to Toronto, whatever the fuck it is. At this point, we're just sick of it and just make it happen. Connor saying in 2019, Pascal and Kawhi combined for the second most playoff points all time. In 2023, KD and Pascal combined for the most playoffs points all time. I love that prediction, Connor W. You are a real Raptor freak saying stuff like this on your first day in the stream. I love that. That is such a great prediction. I love it. I love that Kawhi and Pascal were very much in conversations being compared to Michael and Scottie Pippen. That is amazing. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Pascal Siakam, Kawhi Leonard. That is a badass thing. Sonny's saying the thing is with these recent signings for the Nets, it seems like they are running it back. So maybe all this is just noise to see what the market is. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different added benefits to what they're doing right now. They're causing all kinds of confusion and craziness in Toronto. They're causing all kinds of confusion and craziness in Phoenix. They're causing all kinds of craziness in Miami. They're causing all kinds of craziness in Golden State. So it's kind of like these are added benefits to Kevin's chaos, but ultimately he's causing the most chaos for his own team. And that this Brooklyn thing is, the longer it takes to get sorted out, the tougher it's going to be for them to scramble into their new season and stuff like that. So let's see. Michael is saying Minnesota didn't give up any quality players, though. No, they didn't. I mean, that rookie Kessler, the center, he looks like he might be pretty good. But you're right. They didn't really give up players. They gave up picks. And the crazy thing is, and this is what a lot of NBA experts are saying, this summer has been so weird with how many unprotected picks are getting dealt around. Usually picks are protected when they get dealt like this, but teams are dealing unprotected picks right now, and that can be a real minefield of folly down the future, considering how teams do, whether they do well or not. And that can be really interesting and funny because some teams may get really good picks and they're doing pretty well and stuff like that because of this whole unprotected pick trend that's happening this offseason. Monique saying, Lex, what's Chris Boucher's Twitch, if you don't mind? I believe it's Slim Duck. I think it's very similar to his IG handle. So look up Slim Duck on there, and you might find him. I'll go and look it up specifically, Monique, and I'll message it to you on Facebook in a little bit too, if you don't find it. Nako the Nate Nacho, I haven't seen your name in a bit. I remember you from before. If Freddie is what it takes, you should do it, though not too much more than Freddie. And I'm not only saying that because Scottie has good leadership potential and elite passing potential. It would be really hard. Like there was a heartbreaking moment yesterday when I went to Freddie's IG account and he had nothing Raptors on it. And I was starting to think, is Fred part of this package for Kevin? Because I'd hate to see that. Like he just said he wants to be a lifer with this team. And sometimes when people like him and DeMar say things like that, then screwed up things happen. I don't want this to happen for Fred. For me, the heartstrings and the connection to Fred VanVleet is so strong. But on the other hand, like if this does happen and he is involved, I have to trust in Masai and then realize that we really are embracing a positionless future. That if Fred is getting traded out of here, we better be a possessionless team all around. That he's the last guy I want involved in this team, that his height, and he's for sure on the team. He's made, and we want him for life if we have him. But if Masai and Bobby trade him and he's a part of this, then we can go full positionless in some ways. And that we'd have to look at that positive aspect of it and not all the negative sadness about him leaving and stuff like that. I mean, there'll be both, but I don't like him leaving either way. I don't want Freddie to be involved. My mind, he's off the table also. And Jason saying he'd rather lose Fred than OG. Yeah, I mean, it's semantics in some ways. Y'all got to realize, seriously, I've said this on this stream a couple times. You guys are new. That Fred, when we look at the team and getting back to a championship, in a lot of ways, Fred is like the Goonie on the movie The Goonies that has the treasure map. That if those Goonie kids in that movie are trying to find One-Eyed Willie's treasure in that pirate ship, Fred knows how to get there to it because he's been there and he understands what it takes to get there. And Pascal does too. But Fred really is the one who can guide and captain and lead the team towards it with real knowledge. And that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be so quick to get rid of Fred because he has the treasure map to the gold, is what I like to say and stuff like that. So Monique saying, go RHJ, go please. So happy for his family, especially his mom. Are you all right? We got to figure out who's saying Ron Harper Jr. and who's saying Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And I'm pretty sure you're saying Ron Harper Jr. here because you're talking about his mom. Yeah, guy. Hey, he's doing Sloth from Goonies. Hey, you guys, baby Ruth. Keep Captain Fred VanVleet. I love it. And Michael's saying, I do wonder if they can be involved as the third team in a trade. I don't like that aspect. I say either we go for Kevin or we're just not involved at all. I don't want to trade and get somebody secondary. I don't want to get Ayton. I don't want to get any kind of other role players. If we were going to do that, we might as well just keep who we have and not get involved, is what I'm saying. It's either Kevin Durant or bust for me. And it's like, I don't want to be a third team in the deal because it's going to be so secondary and stupid. It may be dumb. It may be like we're giving up Gary and OG still, and we're getting back some other guys that are just like as good as them. I want Kevin. If we're going to trade, we need to get Kevin, is what I'm going to say right now. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny, Tom Duke. You guys are funny. Yeah, you guys are awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for watching me today. Just over an hour. I appreciate everybody playing trivia today and talking Raptors with me. I enjoy this so much, and I hope you guys do too. So hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. They're about to reveal my subscription button number because they're saying that YouTubers can't hide their subscriptions anymore. So y'all will see my number very soon, apparently, because YouTube's going to be putting it out there and stuff like that. You're saying Ron Harper Jr. Yeah, I figured that. somebody was referencing RHJ earlier, and it was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. So, all right, thanks again, guys. Tomorrow, Who's Who Wednesday is the Summer League content. Tomorrow, we'll talk about Summer League roster and getting ready for that and stuff like that. Appreciate it, Sonny. Maybe I'll see you later on a Scottie Barnes Twitch stream. Y'all follow Scottie on Twitch. He's so much fun to watch video games, playing video games and stuff like that. So many funny things happening on there all the time. Just highly recommend. Thanks again. And let's go Raptors. Thanks for playing trivia. I'll put up the results from the trivia today in the comments very soon. Thanks again, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go Raptors!